telling you, Zach, did you manage to take your nap?
Not really.
Aw, bummer.
Like,
It's just been a bummer situation.
I mean, I'm not really one for naps to begin with. So like, I guess if I'm planning to take a nap, I really can't. But sometimes it'll just like onset, and that's nice.
Yeah, I probably can't will myself to sleep either. I have to actually feel tired in order to take a nap, but
Dude,
I
I
don't
love
know.
naps.
I fall asleep very quickly and easily.
Yeah, naps is a way of life, dude.
I mean, if you gear yourself towards, like, you know how Spain has their siestas, I think they naturally just get sleepy around like 12.
I mean, same, just because, like, my sleep schedule's fucked.
Okay, well,
Well,
Carrie,
and
you're an
that's
exception
different.
here.
Carrie, are you
Outlier.
far away from your mic at all? I'm just trying.
Yes, I am. Thank you for catching that.
Okay, well there you go. Okay, because you were really quiet, so I put you up, and you just blew out my eardrums.
Oh, sorry.
But that's my bad. I thought I. Excuse me. I thought
no.
I thought I had accidentally put you down really low.
What
What was that?
was
Yeah.
that?
That was just some
Attention
bells. You can ignore
shoppers.
it.
Is the train here?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going.
All
We're
right.
going
So
to Phoenix Right Land.
we are.
There you go, all aboard.
So real quick before we start, two really quick things, I guess. Grant, should
What?
I? Well, I already asked you about the music thing. I think I am gonna get that later because I'm going insane. But I also kind of want to back Tapeworm, the next like tabletop board game by Edmund McMillan.
Really want
Because
to
the
get on
previous
the
one
tapeworm
didn't
train, huh?
do well.
What do you mean get onto the tapeworm train?
You wanna get the tapeworm?
Yes, to lose
So, like,
weight.
the parasite?
But,
like...
I'm eating for 2
Oh, I
years.
love that movie.
You know,
Ah.
for me, there's a good chance.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that's why.
Also,
but
I'd
yeah,
like
there was...
to.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go on. No, I'll say after.
Okay, the only other thing that I was gonna say was that has anybody seen this? I know that other people might not necessarily be as into pixel art as I am, but this like interpolation like renaissance that a lot of people are doing. I can't tell if it's necessarily good or bad, but it is definitely interesting. Of like people taking like old like pixel art animations from like freaking like fuck Street Fighter 3, for example, and you run it through an interpolator, and you can just say like, okay, this currently runs at like 20 frames per second. Show me what it would look like at 80 frames per second, and then
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
I have not seen that.
I've
It's-
seen some of them.
if you have not,
It can be cool.
Some of them are really interesting because it's like
Some of
wow,
them are really weird.
Yeah, because that was the thing I was gonna bring up because right before I like logged in or whatever or like turned on the stream, I was on Twitter and a guy was like, "Yeah, interpolation's interesting. You can get this or you can get this." And on the right hand side, it was Makoto from Street Fighter 3 or Third Strike rather, and it looked like it was rotoscoped. You know what I mean? Like that's how good the animation was, and the interpolation was that it just looked like a real woman that they just like, took like screenshots like freaking Mortal Kombat style. And then the other side was this really interesting like 3D pixel art diorama of like Bowser punching the ground underneath Mario's feet or something like that. And it was like a really interesting diorama in and of itself. But as it spins around, the interpolation just makes it all wobbly and gross, and it looks terrible. And I'm like, yeah, interpolation's weird. But yeah, I just wanted to share it because I thought that was interesting.
I wanted to correct the record. I mistakenly said that that Dai Gakuten Saibin, which is the Phoenix Wright spin-off with his ancestor, does not take place anywhere near the Shogun era. It takes place in the Meiji era, which is like the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Oh, okay, then that tracks for Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, yeah, that doesn't make sense either, but I looked it up afterwards, and I was like, oh, that's when it takes place.
Okay.
But it does take place in the past, and there are people wearing a bunch of like traditional-looking Japanese clothes, but there are people also wearing like suits and stuff.
Yeah, I
And
commented. The characters look really cool, actually.
And also Sherlock Holmes is there.
And also Sherlock Holmes is
Your
there.
boy.
Well, because that was the thing, because as Saba says, those characters do look really interesting. However, it still makes me laugh every time a Japanese company or whatever takes a relatively well-known character and just makes it anime. Because, like, that is not what Sherlock Holmes looks like. And obviously that's fine, because it's like a video game and they can do whatever they want, but it's just really funny just looking at this anime pretty boy and being like, yeah, you know, Sherlock Holmes.
Honestly, I've seen so many renditions of Sherlock Holmes in like an anime form. I'm like, nope, it's cool by this point.
Have you? Where?
By
I've
the
seen
way-
it in like at least. Well, I've seen it at least in 2 games.
By
But
the
I
way-
mean, after that point, I was already desensitized. So
Yes,
I mean, I've seen fan art, so.
I haven't looked at much Daigakuten, which is the name of the series. I don't know. They didn't translate it to English. But basically, I've seen the only things I've seen are like occasional gifs on Twitter, and you know how there's really obvious name puns in Phoenix Wright as we're playing now.
Yeah.
I like to think that later on they kind of distracted for a little bit, or at least made some more distract. In this one, there's a
Grant.
guy whose straight up name is Eggs Benedict,
Hell yeah.
Eggs Benedict, the best.
and also so like how Sherlock Holmes' character in Western media is like this like calculating like oh like don't get emotional or whatever like character, right?
So, yeah, something like that.
Most of the time,
They made him just like a complete goofball from what I've seen in the gifs of him or like little clips that I've seen on Twitter.
Is he still brilliant, or is it like
Yeah, that makes
or
sense
is it
now.
like he stumbles into the correct answer or something?
So apparently the primary gameplay mechanic is that Sherlock Holmes is your partner character, or one of them anyway. And much like how Edgeworth has logic, Phoenix's ancestor, whereas Edgeworth uses deductive logic, Phoenix's ancestor and Sherlock have to use abductive logic, where Sherlock just like looks at the facts and makes an assumption, and then the gameplay is that you have to correct that assumption over time with new information.
That's interesting.
So we just like guesses completely random shit basically, and you have to be like, no, here's why that's not plausible.
well, that is an interesting like change up. At least.
Real
Yeah.
quick, before we actually resume with the game, Grant, you're fucking lying.
Oh yeah, I saw
What?
that. I was just like, that's hilarious,
That's not
Grant.
real. You're lying to me.
Look up fake granddaughter Thomas Edison.
What the fuck is
That
wrong
is
with anime?
amazing.
Look it up.
Why is Thomas Edison a lion man?
Okay, you
Right.
know what? As long as the established world makes sense, who cares?
That's fair.
Exactly.
All right. Everyone good to go?
Man.
Yes.
Okay. So, why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
I am the first prototype Skitsu Kermit.
Oh,
This is you, Adrian.
Oh, sorry.
yeah, Adrian.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... ...
Staring contest.
I'm about
You
to
gonna
say,
say something,
so
little bitch? You were saying, little bitch? No such luck this
Gonna
time,
cry?
Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? Gonna
Oh!
cry.
Oh,
dude,
Get
that's
his
really funny
ass.
because I was thinking about this in the shower. I was like, oh, what if he just starts calling him unworthy? Because clearly he doesn't like Edgeworth.
Well, Worthy, gonna cry.
What?
Gonna
I'm just gonna
miss your
skip
pain.
past the joke. I'm gonna plow
Maybe.
through it.
maybe.
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright,
I don't fucking know. Well, there you go.
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial, which has never been done before, but whatever.
This case is pissing me off.
I want
Because
one on
they're-
first play.
Because they're correcting their like errors within like their own narrative or whatever, but still like it's the Grant. What's the thing that we
Yeah.
talk about all the time? Where it's like you can say like, haha, I can't believe other people make this joke, but if you also make that
But
same
you're still
joke,
hypocritical.
yeah, you're hypocritical. Yeah, there you go.
I will say that like I take issue with this case because like the premise and the plot of what actually happened is like really cool, but like they introduce a bunch of like court rules mechanics that are only used in this case and never used again.
Really?
And that-
Basically, like evidence law is never brought up again ever.
That's so weird.
The report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
You should know.
I didn't go to law school.
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court.
I
Thank
didn't
you,
even realize this
Raito.
guy's name was Gant. I literally thought it said Grant. Did we make this? I think we joked about this before, right?
Yeah, I
I-
offered
Yeah.
Grant
I
the
literally
role.
just
Yeah.
noticed it right now. Go.
I wish it said Damon instead. just because then Adrian's joke could go a lot further.
The connection was just proven by Raito over there. Good job, Raito, my boy.
boy.
My boy.
I was just doing my job.
I wonder what's for dinner.
No.
This whole proceedings has been written very interestingly because at first it was all of Phoenix's like achievements were being subverted by Edgeworth just like stepping in and taking all the credit, and now it's like the exact opposite where anything Edgeworth does is getting downplayed and anything
It's being
Phoenix
swatted
does is
down.
like, yeah, I think it's really cool.
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
What?
Alright, guys, game over.
All right, everybody go home.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all the rumors? You're getting cancelled on Twitter.
You're getting
You were even
cancelled
in
on
the
Twitter.
defendant's-
Edgeworth is over party. Hashtag.
You were even in the defendant's chair just this last December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do.
Gant is like, if you say so.
It will be Worthy. You'd better get results this time. Really.
Man, this guy doesn't even look like he's from the same fucking game.
I love him. He's so cool.
You have my profound apologies, sir, but I want to kill you.
You'll try.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
You will try. Little do you know I'm actually made of pure lightning.
Oh,
He like opens his mouth and it's just like.
I don't think there has ever been an error this serious in the history of this court.
You see, the only person who has ever been able to physically touch me was this little medium girl. She came into the police department one day asking about waterfalls, and then she touched me on the arm. It was very shocking.
I don't carry around all my famous wooden stakes for nothing, Worthy.
I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested.
Wait, don't we already have one for the day regardless?
Well, normally they only take 1 day, but they can give extensions up to 3.
Oh, okay.
Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for that is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive.
Cool.
Very well, court is adjourned.
Are you fond of garlic, Worthy? I'm putting it in all your meals from now on at the office.
My goodness.
I like him just shitting on Edgeworth.
I'm sure
Wow,
that'll be a
we were
problem
close.
next 2 weeks. Little garlic in your seasoning?
But
But
how,
I'm a
how
vampire,
could we
I can't.
possibly have known?
You can't do this to me.
I'll never be
I
an
can't.
AMV pyre if you do this to me now.
Oh, you must never ingest garlic.
Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway?
If I may have like a brief interlude, did I ever tell you, Grant, about my idea for a like a really short like 2-episode comic of like it's like an order of Templars, and the idea is that there's this one ceremony that they perform like really late into their life, and if they followed the code of like Templar law, like to the T, they're supposed to become like holy warriors or whatever. And the first episode is them starting that ritual, and they all raise their swords to the sky, and they're like, huzzah! And one dude's sword starts glowing, and they're all like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, I follow all the rules, didn't you? And they all just start like rubbing their necks, like, oh well, this has never happened before.
Well, actually.
And he's like, well, you know, and the dude's just like, well, you're bad. And then like next episode comes in, and it's that same guy, but like many years later, doing the ritual again with like a new set of Templars, and all of them except for one have their sword glowing. And they're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what did you do? And the guy's like, listen, man, you don't understand. There was a brothel, and there was like 80 women in the middle of the desert. They were desperate, and I couldn't leave unless they. And all the dudes were like, cause like they're all like, you know, middle-aged men. Oh, and also that guy was like, I was 18, you know, like you know, whatever. And they all look at him, and they're all like, yeah, that makes sense. And then end of episode.
That's it.
Yeah, that's just like the end of it. I don't know. I couldn't think of a third joke. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm a little confused.
Well, I could explain my comic again if you want.
Let's not.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. Right, I forgot about that.
What's this and the evidence room part?
You see, he is also part Kermit, so he meotically separated.
He was in two places at once.
The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Was he an
By
experiment to
Kermit.
see if they could get the gumshoes to
To
be able to perform?
separate. Oh, that'd be really funny, but I'm sure they're gonna explain that. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least.
Alright, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits. Not like that medium. She was in bad spirits. But I'm.
Excuse
not...
you, literally only spirit she was in, or that was in her, was Mia, and are you calling her bad?
Yes.
She had spirits.
Alright.
But I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Stop listening to my thoughts. Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show.
Oh my god, I think I know what this is. Okay.
Let's go. Science awaits us.
I mean,
trying
her
to
gimmick
do-
in the investigations game is similar to her gimmick when she's.
It is
you know,
it is
16.
the same thing?
It's similar.
Similar, okay.
I don't know if this is working. I'm trying to do like an Entrapta from She-Ra, but the Netflix version.
Oh, yeah.
I don't watch
I'm-
media, so.
I am trying.
You should watch it. It's really good. It's hard to pick up over mic, which I'm telling you because obviously this is where the audio is getting uploaded from. But I appreciate the effort. So if you want
Thank
to keep
you.
going, feel free.
I'm trying to be like a little bit more subtle
It's
about
a
it.
very specific accent.
Yeah.
So I understand if it's difficult.
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah! It was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Yeah, fuck these guys. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
Oh yeah, sorry, memory.
Yeah, the oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor, blah blah blah.
This Brim,
Why
Brimming
is she now like a 1930s British woman?
It's a flashback. Anything goes.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never!
Even though she says they aren't getting along, Emma really likes her sister.
And that's not it at all. It's just... We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. I'm a professional. I'm 17.
Big words
Oh,
for a
okay.
high
Well,
school
there you go.
student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. That is a direct threat.
I have powerful potions, Mr. Wright.
So,
Care to
You're
try
right.
one?
given what Carrie just said, I thought that this line was, "Huh? What's that gun for?"
It fires
Try
potions,
one more
right?
time, bitch. This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Here we go.
Yeah.
She drinks it.
Well,
She grows twice in size.
Oh.
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still
I
there.
feel like this is something that the police department should have done already.
Cover it up.
But
Well,
wouldn't
that's
the
another
police...
one for
Oh.
Phoenix Wright Bingo.
Well, no, it's not. It's not on there.
Oh, right. Well, once again, Grant, you and I should work together on getting an actual generator working. like clip it to auto mod, so that way in chat you can just go !bingo, and it will just like give
Oh
you
my God.
it'll just give you a link to like one of the images.
Sounds like coding.
Yes, that would
Never
be
trust
coding.
anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Anyone. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
What?
You're a minor.
Testing
You can't get
bloodstains with
prosecuted
this
yet.
stuff, not drinking it. Dude, is it? Oh, dude, is it liquor? Like, can you drink it?
Can I drink it? Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh God!
Oh.
Must murder.
You've entered blood vision, right?
To test for a
Phoenix,
blood
we're in the new
reaction,
palace.
just spray the luminol on it.
You've entered the blood dimension.
Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on.
You're kidding.
You just like
No,
pepper spray
She's
yourself.
not
Okay.
kidding. You press enter to spray it on.
Can I not just click?
Oh,
Yeah, I
Let's
can.
find us some blood stains.
cool.
Oh God!
How'd you take so many pictures with your eyes?
Well, it's the resolution of the image. Because despite you physically getting closer to the space, everything just stays blurry. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain?
It's so. Ugh.
Bloody.
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just. This is my first time seeing real blood.
You're not.
I don't
really
have
even-
blood.
I don't have blood.
Neither does my sister.
Oh God. Scientific. Wait, what the fuck is this? Grant, what the fuck are you sending me?
Oh my god.
You good?
I knew Zach would enjoy that, and I had to hear the reaction.
I'm sorry, I don't want to waste anybody's
Owie.
Grant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're done for now.
No.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't have blood.
By the way, I'm definitely Phoenix, not a skin suit Kermit disguised as Phoenix.
Alright, that's also pretty funny.
But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
Yeah, it's like a few drips of blood. What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of
Oh,
blood.
leave now, okay.
The amount?
I think so. Right? Because he died of fucking blood loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The perpetrator and Detective Goodman.
Unless
fought
that
Gary.
was the amount of blood he had.
3 drops of blood in
Don't
him.
you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so.
God. Man, have you ever had that thing where like you close your eyes for a long time and then when you open them again, like all the colors in the world seem way more vibrant than they did before? Like going
Sure.
from red vision to this, she's way too colorful. She hurts my eyes.
I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, they'd have to... There had to have been more blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright.
That's me.
I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay?
Okay, you say so.
See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Please validate me.
Oh.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna wait for your sister to validate you first.
Oh.
Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that.
Cool.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court.
What?
Uh-oh.
Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Oh boy.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
I guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. What? That's not how the sentence works.
Jake Marshall comes around and you just spray him in the face.
Ah, I think that's him.
Oh,
Oh,
nope.
never mind.
Oh. I wonder how the fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box.
It's just blood.
Miss Star.
You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This
Well,
day-old deli box is on the house.
You.
I was gonna say that looked nice till he mentioned it's a day old.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't really... What? That kind of...
Kind of lead in.
Lead in.
Kind of lead in.
Oh, kind of... Okay. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't really get my mouth watering.
You missed the in again.
I did? Where?
Yeah.
It said lead in.
I did not see it.
You missed
That's
it
what
like
we were
3
saying.
times.
I didn't see it!
Okay.
It did not exist, you lie.
We have video proof of the video.
Yeah.
Video.
Delete the stream! We're done! No more!
Delete it. Edit it out. I don't care. Well, blood vision.
Oh,
Oh.
You spray it on Angel and she just lights up.
yeah,
Jack
he's
and
just
Paul
her
with
entire
Paul.
body.
She's made of
This must
blood.
be from Lana.
No, my sister isn't the murderer.
Fuck off! But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? At the crime
Yeah.
time? And her right hand is bandaged. What fucking numbers did she hit?
911?
Definitely not 911.
Because that's 1690? Like some combination of those
Pound.
numbers?
Every time we see Red, it just reminds me of fucking Barnacle Boy being like, I'll destroy it with my sulfur vision. I don't know
Hey,
if anyone gets
just
that
whose side are you on?
This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. I mean,
So this means
I wish
opposite
we
side.
had like, I don't know, a way to like test it or something.
What if you could run out of this stuff?
Dude, you can laugh.
Yeah, and was just like, right, this costs $300 for a
I'm
bottle.
like, shut up, nerd.
Mr. Wright, I bought this on the black market. Like, I don't
On
think I can get it again.
Is that it?
Alright, well,
Can we talk to Angel more?
what if there was like a piece of dialogue later on that was like, it customized to however much luminol you wasted, and she was like, I'll just bill you this much.
And it's like $80,000, and it's like, oh shit.
Here we go.
You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
My apologies, Miss Star, but
No, it's okay. It was my fault.
yeah, you lied.
Oh, we know.
That's really funny.
I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
That doesn't cut it. What?
Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable.
Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events was different, I still saw what I saw.
And
My-
that is
Hard
wood.
text.
I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still
How
stands.
the fuck did you see her face?
Ah,
I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman.
Well,
You're
you're
not
not a
one.
detective,
Detective.
and you're
Yeah.
also proved that you're not very good at your job. So there. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? What photograph? Which
You
photograph
have a
is
couple.
that?
Don't you?
This
Oh,
one?
just one, I guess.
I was about to say, she didn't give us a new one.
Wasn't there
Oh,
another
hey,
one that was
she was-
presented?
Was there?
Yeah, it was the
We don't
photograph of the
have it.
shoe in the car. But it wasn't presented, or you don't have evidence
Oh,
for
that
something.
is true, yeah. That's so
The,
weird.
the court even accepted it, but apparently we just don't have it.
Probably Edgeworth does.
so you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star?
Yes, that's what I said.
Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago to be exact. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up.
Well,
Coughed it up?
They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know? I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I
Can
can be your
angle
angle.
Your
or
angel
demon.
or
Or
your
your
devil.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect.
I'm very suspicious on how you did this.
And before long they called me the cough-up queen.
Why wouldn't they call you the confession queen or something
That's
that's
a-
not weird?
That is a good question. That is better alliteration, and it doesn't sound weird.
Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
About to say, like, I'm assuming it's the joke because, like, haha, she sells boxed lunches, but still, it's really weird. This is a weird character. And you
Yeah.
were let go? Fired? Oh, you mean furloughed, right, yeah, that's the term we're using now.
I felt that I had found blah 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 into these
Skip,
prim blah
skip.
blah blah. And it was all because of that case, the SL9 incident.
Or
Slime.
the slime incident, as we called it.
Slime.
SL9. Wait, she doesn't mean... Well, yes, she does. Am I allowed to present her this knife?
Does President
wait.
Luminol spray her with it?
Oh.
Wait, can you present profiles?
No.
I don't know if you can.
Wait, am I hitting the wrong thing? I
Yeah,
am.
you're
There
not
you are.
present yet.
Present.
Can you
Man, it feels like there should be, like, I don't know, an option. Just anywhere.
can you present profiles in this case?
No. When I'm under the... Because, like, right now, it's present instead of profiles.
Oh, okay. You can present profiles in later games.
Oh, that's
That's why I asked.
What do you think about this?
The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective of that case, you know.
Really?
Oh, don't you know?
Really?
Oh, don't ya know?
Why was that Jamaican?
It's not.
That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident?
I could. I don't want to.
What? You're right!
You have to bribe her. That's the same thing, I think.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's the... Right. Makes sense.
Can we?
I
get
guess
some
that's all you're
else?
she's gonna tell you.
Uh,
Have you seen this?
have you seen this? This picture that we used to prove you wrong 3 times?
If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room.
No, you couldn't have.
But even I get flustered sometimes.
I just get so flustered.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime.
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes.
Ema.
Oh, in other words, 5 minutes after the crime?
Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were.
The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem.
Yeah!
Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
In the SL9 incident.
No, it was actually the GH8 incident, but that's not related.
It was actually in the ZZ Top incident.
Oh,
I don't know, man. Oh, sure. Okay. Now we can talk to her about SL9.
That incident really opened my eyes to the truth.
Made you cough it up.
We're nothing to them. Disposable.
Yes.
Disposable to who?
2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled.
Was she was a detective, right?
Yes.
Okay. Look at these
All
jokers.
The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence.
Who the fuck is the guy in the bottom right?
that's Goodman.
No, Goodman's, oh, sorry, that's top right. I mean bottom left.
Oh, I have no
Behind
clue.
the text.
Maybe we'll find out later.
Oh. Did you read this?
So, they didn't solve it?
On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Executed.
well,
So they have the death sentence.
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any clearer than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred.
Then how did they convince somebody to murder them? Or sorry,
let's just kill
to
him.
execute them. What? But the criminal was executed, right? Once again.
On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
Yes, I made this knife and then I stabbed him with it.
The best part came several months after that trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job.
And you were one of those?
Myself and one other person you know quite well.
Wait, could it be?
Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall.
Alright, let's talk about him.
As professional detectives, we investigated the case from every angle.
We pointed
Jake-
at this one spot every time.
I had the
course.
picture.
Jake was particularly determined.
Here,
We'll
this
have
is
to
the
go to
map.
that In-N-Out. It's got the best prices.
And
And
that is
then
delicious.
Yes, all that food sounds incredibly amazing. And then it was over and he was demoted. The end.
Oh, I gave the chief food poisoning, guys. I'm sorry.
However,
And that was not so good after all.
he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
In-N-Out's delicious.
In and out's disgusting.
It's
No.
awful.
I have
Stop it. I like
have
the
had
habit.
multiple meals.
Oh, the
of
habit is
different-
good.
It's terrible.
It's like in between.
You haven't.
And then if you want to
forgotten.
get bougie, then you go to like places like the counter. There was another side to the case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait. Those lunches you sell.
There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office.
So are you fucking telling me that in true escalation fashion, not only are we like trying to solve 2 murders at the same time, we're also trying to find the true culprit to an already solved case 2 years ago? We're doing
Apparently.
3 at the same time?
Well, shoot, we did 2 last time.
Yeah, escalation, that's what I mean.
I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that help me investigate.
Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway?
You don't need to know.
Just when all detectives in SL9 had disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection.
So, Rookie,
What?
it seems you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes, it's my job.
Aha. Then you should take this.
Salisbury steak lunch? That's expensive, isn't it?
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Isn't Salisbury steak hamburger meat?
Putting Officer Marshall in a
I
good
think so. It just reminds me of Cooking Mama, for some reason.
Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your... Are you, Are you going out?
Phoenix is there like, yeah, are you?
Why do you want to know?
You're selected.
Yeah, I was just wondering what happened to him.
Oh,
A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me, too, back then.
this would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold.
Like someone bit him and turned him into a thrall.
Oh,
Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. I'm really surprised that they didn't try to work it in somehow that he was like a deputy instead of an officer. You know what I mean? To like fit in with the Wild West theme even more. Holy shit, there's
Well,
so many.
then he'd be like a county thing.
Well, yeah, I mean they demoted him, right? So wouldn't it be funny if they like demoted him right out of the municipal police?
Like, you're out.
I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her.
Where did you kill him?
How did you...
Hey, do I have to do this in like Emma as Kermit?
Yes,
How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time?
it's pretty
Or
good.
Stitch. Thank you.
Can you imagine?
How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gantz say they'd they arrested a suspect in the police department murder?
Let's come back later.
Cool. Alright. Criminal affairs, I guess. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here.
I'm trying to get top score in pinball.
Which I
Well,
didn't know
there
that.
was a...
Sorry.
vicious murder of a detective down at the police department.
That is true. I didn't realize that the fucking Microsoft pinball game that everybody's so familiar with, I didn't realize that was a demo for like a full game that you can
It
still buy
was?
today.
I had
Yeah,
no clue.
because because you had exactly two pinball tables that you could play on the Microsoft pinball game, but that was a demo for the real game, and the real game had like 16,
Oh my
and to
god.
the point where you could enter digital tournaments against not other people but like AI that would also play the game, and you could watch the AI like play the table, so you could learn like tricks and stuff. And it's like, wow, that's
Wild.
nuts. And apparently they did not sell any.
Yep.
But that's okay, because Microsoft got the demo. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot.
Ugh, that makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I'm gonna make as many dead person jokes as I can. I doubt any. Oh, sorry.
Oh, does that mean we need to check that off the
Shut up.
bingo?
we went from exclusively talking about the Lord to exclusively talking about the bingo card. Like, bingo, let's go. Anyway,
Woo!
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. Alright, well. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. What the fuck happened? Oh, was he always green?
He's blue. What?
Yeah,
No,
he's
no,
blue.
the things on his
sure.
flag and stuff. Because I thought it
Or
was
maybe the brightness of the color just exploded.
maybe.
Maybe that was there before. But
No.
now, I mean, they were definitely not like neon green before.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
thought.
I thought they were like.
I thought they were
like.
yellow.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring.
That's
They're using
insane.
aftermish technique.
Oh.
I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all.
So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is.
She's like a kid at an amusement park.
Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look.
What? We just came from a real crime scene. Guard station? What the fuck?
Can't let anybody waltz in. Oh my god.
I wonder whose office this is. Or
Do you
whose
like that?
station.
Oh my god, hang on. But do you like that booby trap over there?
Yeah,
at
the
door?
lasso that's like right in front of the door. Yeah, that's really good.
I'm gonna catch anyone who steps in there with this.
What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric.
Oh, I was eating. I feel like I'm not gonna eat soon.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime.
It sure seems that way. Oh.
What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight.
What's wrong with
What?
you? If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert?
Yeah,
Never
that's
mind.
the saying.
What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard?
And who's flying this plane?
Ah!
I have a feeling I know who he is already.
Alright, well, let's examine some shit then.
This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon.
But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way.
Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch.
I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself.
Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually.
You have no personality.
Green, tall.
How so? Green, tall,
Stoic.
covered in spikes.
Several mutated lumps hanging off them.
Technically you can drink it, but like
You shouldn't.
you shouldn't. But
It's
like you
highly
could
discouraged.
you could if you needed to survive.
If you're desperate.
Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her.
I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity.
Fascinating. Anyway.
There's a security guard uniform hanging here.
No, that's not the uniform. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, leather...
Poncho?
What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie.
Ah, he's gonna reset time.
Spare poochie, damn. Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. A lot of booze. Looks like there's a video feed from the entrance room here, or from the evidence room here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there.
That's really convenient, actually.
Look, on the floor, a lasso.
Looks like it's set up to trap something.
A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed.
I hate you.
Uh-huh.
You sure have an active imagination.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
We already... Oh, yeah. I guess that counts as the whole thing. Alright, I guess that's it. What?
Can you examine the evidence room door?
Oh, yes, you are correct. The evidence room is beyond that door.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
You thought it'd be open?
I mean, like,
I
I
think-
don't know, man.
I mean, you clearly don't think that much at all. I think we need someone's permission to get in there first. Alright. Cool. I guess back to the entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always.
Ah.
Please!
Is this Vegans?
I think so. I don't know who else would say that.
Oh,
Oh!
one steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe!
No, it's not time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man.
Are you? Yesterday you were, like, had nothing to do.
What I really need is a steak lunch from lunch.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
Oh,
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
now's no time for despair. We've got our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal, you mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
Yes.
And the perpetrator, blah blah blah. Do you have a suspect? Blah blah blah. Yep.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
Table for Hamada?
Table for Hamana? That was a good episode. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here isn't gonna fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
Disintegrated. He ran out of biofuel.
Oh no!
My
If you
god.
want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there to have a good cry. Later.
Deadworth.
He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I want to go back to the evidence room. Is he here? Nope. You lied to me, game. Where the fuck? How the fuck do I get to the... Wow, that's annoying.
Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, your sister. Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing.
Ween.
Queen. What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator.
Oh my god.
I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I'd say.
Vegans!
Hi, greetings, sir.
God, he's so manic.
Wait,
Scary.
I know who you are. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center?
No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh my god.
That's a little weird.
Cute. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report?
No, sir, how should I say this?
Wait, he isn't... Is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't... Did you?
Perpetrator after Meekins reporting, sir.
God, I hate...
What?
Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. I want to talk to me about your hand, please.
Sir, I'm patrolman internal affairs, sir. Sir!
Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had the business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. The security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall?
Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir.
Oh.
A suspicious person. You.
What the fuck was that caught on? What the heck is this guy doing?
He's the perpetrator.
So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went right. I saw red. I blacked out.
Ah, you put on Emma's glasses.
I ran out of usable Pokemon, sir. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days?
I got a game over in Pokemon, sir.
Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir.
Oh.
So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
Suit.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky.
So many bandages.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office.
First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. Wait a minute. He said that he passed out? When was the body discovered in the evidence room?
I guess
I
we'll
don't know if
find
they
out.
said, yeah.
Yeah. Well, cause it's like, I mean, we'll keep going, but I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those type of dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator and victim, sir,
Oh gosh.
then label me victim.
I would, but you happen to be in the detention, and alive and well at that.
Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Wait, I'm gonna grab my water bottle. I'll be right back.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So you didn't know him?
Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creatures. It's only Kermit's there.
Wow. Someone get this guy a raise.
I don't know any other
He doesn't
detectives.
deserve all this.
I didn't even see
Never
another.
mind.
I didn't see a human till I was 23.
Oh my god.
So, if he was a total stranger, then why did you stab him?
It was funny, sir. I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir.
At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir,
Don't you think you should just confess?
But sir, there was nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do.
Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Kermits were spilling out of my suit.
The next thing
I
you
needed to get them back.
You were... Huh?
Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone.
You kind of reminds me of Piglet from Winnie the Pooh.
Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
Disappeared!
Disappeared.
He diapered.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
Then, when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow. Sir, can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared?
That's some story.
What the fuck am I supposed to present to this guy?
Have you seen?
This
My
steak
badge.
lunch. Oh, you are correct. Have you seen my badge? Officer Beacons, have a look at this.
Go ahead, sir, laugh. Laugh at me, sir.
Huh?
I know what you want to say. You're gonna tell me how she has one just like it.
Me? Why would I?
I know, sure, I know. I'm the only one without a girl with matching badges.
What?
No, I'm alone. All alone. You're not so wrong. They don't even give me a real badge. It's a Kermit-shaped cookie. Life is all about high school sweethearts and youthful romance, sir.
Wow.
Is he talking about those badges on her coat?
Hmm.
I like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. Man, that was a lot more dialogue than I expected from a, hey, look at my badge.
From a joke.
I guess we totally glossed over the fact that Meekins thinks that Phoenix Wright, a 24-year-old, is dating Emma Sky, a 17-year-old.
Oh,
Let's see. Ingredients? Meat.
She must mean beef. She probably just read it generically.
You're not allowed to do that. Yeah, let's hope so.
Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additives she used.
Go to town.
Huh? It says here, Hours of sweat and labor. Ew, there's sweat in this?
So that's why the sauce is so salty.
Yeah.
Have you tasted it?
Legally, she can't call it beef, so.
Why can't she call it? Oh, I get it. That's disgusting.
Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of steak frying on the grill.
No doubt it's all cold and tough by now.
No, I'm sure it's delicious. In
Eat
fact,
it!
let me try.
Shoves it in her face.
Miss Star poured her heart into making this.
So long as she didn't put any other organs in there. Okay. Cool.
I would like if you turned it and it just all fell out.
Dude.
You just take it out and
Oh,
dump it on the
look,
floor.
It has her name on it.
Aww.
She can't have people stealing it from her. She got it off the black market, don't you know?
Oh! Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky.
Who's that?
Don't. Yeah, who the fuck is that? You sound like a murderer.
Oh,
Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go.
Well, you never know when something might go down.
Just what kind of world do you think we live in?
Oh, I don't know, Phoenix. Have you looked at the everything?
That's true. We do kind of live in a hellscape. Is there anything else to check on this, by the way? Doesn't look like it. Just checking. No, it seems good.
I wanna bring it up because I think it's really interesting. But in Apologesis, you obviously don't play as Phoenix Wright, but you do see Phoenix Wright. He appears in the game, and like from an outsider view, without any of the parentheses or any of his like thoughts or like mumblings, he's like a really cool operator. He's super good at bluffing, and Apollo's just like, wow, he's so cool.
That's really
hell
neat.
yeah.
But like obviously when he plays him, it's like he's constantly at his wits' end 24/7.
He's like, I don't fucking
do
know
I
what to
do?
do. You know what I just thought? You know what I just realized? Fucking, we could probably go back to the evidence room and fucking spray this.
Maybe.
Alright.
A little spritzy.
Well, because I got nothing. I don't know what else to fucking say to this guy.
You spray the guard over there and he has blood all over his mouth.
Oh, fucking Christ. Okay. Whew.
Oh, there's a big ass spider on my wall.
Nope,
Kill it.
nope. Stop. Get it.
Eat it.
Throw it out somewhere. Okay, no, Zach, even
got some
worse.
napkins. I got some napkins. Here we go. Got him. Oh fuck, he fell. Shit.
Oh god.
I hit him and he fell down. I don't know where he is anymore.
Honestly, if it was really easy to just, like, capture
found him.
them and just throw them out, that's what I would do. But,
Oh,
you know,
look at
if
that.
someone landed on that
Somebody
cactus.
got impaled on the cactus.
Oh no.
Wow, we got a reaction.
Okay, I killed the spider.
There's
I
clearly
got him.
blood around the spines here.
I'll pray for that spider soul.
This room's pretty messy. Spiders don't have souls. Someone must have
Wow.
tripped over something and planted
Even
their
though-
hand right on these spines.
Even though they take care of all the mosquitoes?
Spiders are godless creatures.
Wow. You know what? You will not be forgiven.
You're
Because
also
they
a
are the
godless
god.
creature.
I think falling
Whatever you
headfirst
say.
into a cactus might hurt more than being murdered, Emma said before she was skipped over.
Listen, dude, sometimes
See,
I
look at
click
what
the
you're
button by
doing, Zach.
accident. What?
Look at you. You're skipping people now.
Wait, it's an accident.
What a godless thing to do.
You fuck off. You're godless. Alright, well, there was something here, which is neat. I don't like the
Check the
implication.
mascot for blood.
I'm about to say, that's what I was just about to do.
Oh, thank God.
Dang.
Oh,
Not
God.
guilty.
Not yet.
Oh,
He's
God, I
absorbed
clicked
it
off
all.
the screen.
I drank all the blood. It's in my stomach.
You have
But
to
you're
get it
flat.
out.
He's two-dimensional.
How do you have a stomach?
It's another dimension you can't
Oh
comprehend.
god.
He's flat Stanley.
Okay.
Oh?
Let's give him the
I wonder if
benefit of the
they still
doubt and
do
say
that.
he's dancing.
I only move when you look at me.
Well, the police department's been dancing around like crazy since yesterday.
So I'm eating him. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty.
Naughty.
Mm. Something saucy.
All right, I have no fucking idea where to go. Nope.
Can we talk more to Meekins?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know what to fucking present to him.
Officer Meekins.
SL9.
You think he'll know fucking anything about anything?
Hey man, it's a lead that we don't have.
Officer Meekins, this is for you.
I'm scared of knives, sir.
Adrian, be careful. If your voice goes too high, we won't be able to hear it anymore.
But there's like a dog that's like.
Oh my god.
That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple stir in my dream, and I was being peeled.
What the fuck are you talking
What a
about?
disturbing dream.
On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife.
Oh, I had a dream last night. Funny mentioning that Mr. Brown was texting me today. I had a dream last night, and Mr. Brown played a pivotal role in it. It was like a weird Pokemon scavenger hunt thing where Pokemon was real, and there was a lot of like parkour and a lot of me hitting my chin on railings for some reason. Like
Ow.
it happened like 4 times, and the first few times it didn't hurt, and then it started hurting a lot. But I remember, like, over the course of the dream, it was like, oh, you gotta get, like, all these Pokemon or whatever. And so I did, and I bring it back to, like, the judge of the contest, and it was Mr. Brown. And he was like, yeah, I don't like these Pokemon, so I'm not gonna count them. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I decided it. And I was like, but you didn't say that. And he's like, I don't care. And then I woke up, and that was me this morning.
Yikes.
I wonder if that says anything about what I think of Mr. Brown.
Your perception.
I've been having a lot of quarantine-induced stress dreams.
Oh, yeah, no, that's actually a thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Alright, well,
How old is Officer Meekins? Because he could be 12 or he could be 25. I can't tell.
He's on
22.
22.
Okay.
Well, canonically,
5! Oh my god, he looks great!
Meekins was created as one of the first prototypes Kermit's came to, so he can't be older than 15, because that's when DL6 happened.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Oh, isn't Demon Grant older than
Con Varma.
Von Karma? Yeah,
No, I think he was also 65, wasn't he?
that is like in his 50s. Anyways, that's not important.
Man, I don't know what the fuck. I'm just gonna...
The 65 is short for 65,000 years.
Officer Meekins, this is for you!
I'm scared of knives, sir. That's it, sir. Last night, that's
Okay.
the one.
So I wanted to test that to see whether or not he actually recognized this knife, or if that was just a response to knives in general.
Dude, it would have been so funny if
He
instead of
can't
being,
even cook.
it would have been really funny instead of Phoenix being like, "This is for you." He would have been like, "Hey, Officer Meekins, yeah."
I just love the idea of he rolls into the detention center and brandishes 2 knives at this poor child.
Hey, Officer Meekins,
Child,
look at me.
he's 22!
Watch this. I can dual wield, Officer Meekins.
Oh god. Officer Meekins, what are you
Checked
doing
into
with
that
this?
class.
I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright.
Can we go see Edgeworth in his
I
office?
don't fucking know, maybe. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth.
I
You know
heard that you
what?
passed the buck to him all night the other day.
Ooh.
That's appalling. Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
Alright, progress.
Oh my god, I just noticed his flower vase is a cravat.
No, it doesn't.
Oh my gosh.
wait, because he didn't
It's
buy
my
that. That was
signature.
from Old Bag. So Old Bag did that.
Oh, how thoughtful of her.
And he kept it.
Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday.
And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edward's not here.
Damn
Oh.
it.
Ah,
I'm
great.
sure he's
I don't
not-
have to say anything.
Important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing.
Hmm?
I guess we'll have to come back. Alright. Alright, well that's infuriating.
never
Where
mind.
the fuck are we supposed to go? No, nothing from you. Cause like, I was 90% sure we were gonna have to give the stake to Gumshoe.
Maybe.
No, but
he's
it's for
somewhere
Officer
else.
Marshall.
But we can't
Right, well,
find Marshall.
Yeah, but to say we can't find Marshall.
Criminal affairs.
Criminal affairs?
Uh,
I like,
Marshall
which
might
by
be
the way,
there.
we just spent an hour traveling from the police station to the prosecutor's office and then back. Because we don't know where we're going.
Emma, where the fuck do we go?
No, he's not here. Bruh.
What the fuck?
Bruh.
Back to
Alright, so we got Meekins, we
Um.
got Lunch Lady. Yes, cheater, did you look it up?
No,
Oh.
You
maybe.
did.
I mean, by
Well-
a certain point, if we're just like gonna be stuck around here for like,
I'm about to say, this isn't a
30
puzzle
minutes.
game. Where are we supposed to go?
Go to the evidence room.
I can't.
The
go
evidence
to the
room
place
guard
before
station.
the evidence room.
Do I even get there? This is like a fucking maze now.
Permanent
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to go to the police department, and then
guard station.
yep.
And then examine the door?
I did!
Oh. Did we go back to the underground parking garage and talk to Gumshoe?
What?
Gumshoe?
In the parking
Question
garage?
Okay, here's what it says.
Oh,
Head to
Wait,
the evidence
Are
room
you
guard
telling
station.
me that if I fucking slide... No, see, he's not here.
no, you're.
Huh.
I'm
Maybe
reading.
can you talk to
reading-
her again?
I'm reading the exact same walkthrough, and I'm confident you have to present Meekins with the ID because
Oh, yeah.
supposedly he murdered Gumshoe, or he supposedly murdered Goodman, despite the fact he didn't.
What?
Wow,
Maybe it did.
Meekins
What the
killed the
fuck
gumshoe.
is that connection? Like, why
Because
would we
he's the-
present this
he's
to
the
him?
Because he's a suspect in one of Goodman's 2 murder cases.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it.
That's what?
My head was blank until this very moment. Not a lot of stuff going on in there. But sir, now I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct. That card was the cause of it all.
Oh, is this how we get into the
Yes.
evidence room?
ID card?
I saw that card and I went into a violent murderous rage.
Oh, God.
Exactly, sir. I hate the color green. Only I can be the color green. Exactly, sir. That's exactly it.
In fact, every
Amazing.
time I see it, I fly into a rage.
Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
You see, when I see the color red, I fly into a rage. Unfortunately, I'm red-green colorblind, so green does the same thing! I'd better pry into this a little deeper. Dude, I like this sprite's actually pretty funny to have him just stuck in. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Tuckerman was in the evidence room.
And
And
that's
that's-
why you thought he looked suspicious. Come on, Adrian, focus.
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Oh.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What'd he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
Oh my god.
What?
Sure, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him.
What? You.
That's how he intimidates.
That's insane. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir.
I don't know about that, Meekins.
What happened then?
Well, My eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
You got flashbanged.
I'm about to
Yeah.
say, did he get flashbanged?
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know.
Let's summarize everything again, because this is a lot to digest.
Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman,
So it could have just been a person imitating him?
and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card.
In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim? I think you mean Goodman.
Was it the murder victim?
And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's a good point.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say.
You're not very articulate.
That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly.
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
Huh? Videotape?
From the security camera.
I'm sure that'll be
A
intact.
crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, on tape.
We're
Why,
hitting new
like, if
levels
he's
here.
in
It's
the
great.
detention center, why did they let him keep his megaphone?
Maybe
asked
his voice
really,
is just
really
so
nicely.
low that
It's
no one can
attached.
hear him unless he has the megaphone.
I asked very nicely.
And you waited until now to tell us this?
I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll head over my I don't even deserve it. It's sewn into my flesh, but I'll try.
No,
Oh,
thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene.
You just hear,
Okay.
ah!
Ah, as we're leaving.
Yeah. You like have your hand over your face, try to cover it, just like, no, I'm not associated with you.
Guard station.
Can you examine something new here now? Oh, it says next you have to go to criminal affairs for some reason.
It literally said, let's check out the crime scene.
I guess it's because the criminal affairs would have the tape that's evidence or something. I don't know.
Oh,
You know, because
okay.
things don't make sense, right? I think that's the logic behind it.
No, but things before made sense-ish.
Hey,
That's why
Mr.
it has to
Wright,
not make sense occasionally.
look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk.
It's Police Chief Gant.
Police Chief Keith.
Hello. It's
And
me.
you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing? Sir,
Do you want me to do it since you're already doing Gant?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect, sir. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his secret cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine,
Up his ass.
up his ass, around the corner.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered.
Alright, my boy, how you been? Swim much?
What is it with this guy and swimming?
I don't electrocute swimming pools.
It's a great recreational activity that's not that harmful on the body.
What the fuck? When has Phoenix... Is Phoenix just imitating his laugh because he likes Gant?
I think so.
Oh ho ho! Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
What the fuck?
Yep, this is his music.
That's cool music. Definitely not bad guy music.
My theme is organs that are not evil.
I am not evil. Okay, I guess we talk to him.
Definitely not evil with all these organs playing.
Is Edgeworth going, Oh, is Edgeworth going to be okay? I read, is Edgeworth going to be today?
Is he?
Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with it.
Sounds like an inquisition.
What the fuck did you say?
Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year.
You mean the incident in Gourd Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Right-o. I'm in your memories, right, forever.
Well, karma.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed this when he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say.
Wait. Didn't we prove that he committed murder?
Yes.
Shouldn't that be more important than me saying that he forged evidence?
Who?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. Never mind. I guess I'll just keep going. Yeah.
Why, they'd do just about anything to restore the reputation. Watch your back. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What?
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean.
Their tooth.
Their teeth were all punched out at once.
There being the prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And in this particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff, secrets. Can't stand them.
You do it a lot!
But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief detective strap shut.
Who's the chief of detectives?
He's standing behind me.
Oh.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier?
Huh, you saw that. Whoops.
We did? Who was he picking on?
The Kermit that you voiced.
Yeah.
Oh, so chief is chief of okay. Yeah, no. Criminal affairs being detectives. Okay, sure. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Find something, apparently.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him.
By examining him? Oh, sorry you had to see that.
What exactly did the chief of police want, you to do?
Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Not except this dildo, no.
Well,
Oh.
okay.
Of course
Don't
not.
judge.
Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Just because we're
Sure,
an abomination
why not?
doesn't mean we
It's
don't
not
have
important.
needs.
He didn't even finish writing
Oh.
it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something?
The date on it
It-
is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Huh. Okay. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene.
Before you do that, you should talk to Gant again, apparently.
Oh my
Sure.
God.
Okay. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Well, I never thought the day would come when Raito would ask me for help.
I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Fuck off.
He stabs you.
Game over. Now, righto.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all.
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? I'm definitely not evil.
Huh?
Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem.
Can I borrow $50?
Can I borrow
Oh.
$4,000?
Yes.
Oh God.
So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show you never know until you ask.
Then for you here, you can borrow this.
Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. I'm off to swim and not electrocute a public pool.
It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we can go into the evidence room now, sir. I'm
Hey,
slowly
forgot-
turning into
I'm about
Meekins.
to say
Oh,
she's morphing into Meekins. Yeah.
You caught the Meekins.
I think this place is a bad influence on that girl.
I don't like the influence it's having on her. She keeps slowly turning into a Kermit man.
like the Kermits are actually microscopic and they slowly replace your cells over
God.
time.
There's
Oh,
Meekins' mutation Kermit where instead of mitosing, he has spores.
Oh my God.
It's a virus.
So I really wonder if, I mean, you can probably tell us if this is the case, Adrian, but like if we had gone here and tried to go into the room, it would have been like, oh, it's locked. Huh, maybe we should ask the chief of police.
I don't know if it would do that.
The evidence room is beyond that door.
and we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha! The card reader is turned off, see?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray?
Dude, he fades in
Meekins.
so slow. Yeah, it was Meekins. Dude, that'd be funny. Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him?
His theme music's too good. It's
What's
better
that?
than
What
mine.
does FBM look for?
I was literally just listening to this song on repeat in the shower today, because it's just good, dude.
As you may surmise, this here's my saloon.
That's not what that means.
Here to investigate the crime scene.
It would make more sense to say corral.
I'm a cowboy, that's my gimmick. Yee-haw. That card you got there on your chest. That better be than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little dogies. The
If
crime
I-
scene's await.
If I don't fast forward the dialogue, Adrian has to do that longer.
Fuck.
Beep.
Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Sorry, cowboy, I don't mind to tangle with you, hombre.
Hombre. You're busy then.
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Can I talk to him anyway?
I was wondering if we could talk to you.
Sorry, Bambina. But I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed in the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer.
Oh, he's hungry.
Don't mind me, that was McGrourk.
That was my Grork.
What was that all about, Mr. Wright?
Really, it was his Grork.
I think he was just too hungry to talk.
Or it was his Grork.
You're just saying that because his stomach was growling.
Yes, that's usually a good indication of being hungry.
You have no idea what he was talking about either.
This Gorka's little monster behind the desk is like, no, Gork.
Rourke. Well,
there's
in any
Rourke.
case, we need to get cracking in this
I,
investigation
like,
pronto.
I love the idea of fucking Marshall and his pet Gork.
Pet Rourke.
That smell.
That smell.
Reminds me of Texas.
You've never been
I've-
to Texas!
You can.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
If he says yes, I'm gonna punch him in the dick. Oh.
No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? I based my entire personality on a television show I saw once.
From last week.
Just Clint Eastwood.
a
Yeah,
fact-
Miss Star.
It's actually Bobo's Funny Adventure. Well, what's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see. Do you like the tense music that's playing?
Yeah.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Okay.
You hand him, he's like. Alright, man.
I gotta save some for Grork, though.
Gork's to ask. And smack.
Finally, it seems like.
He's willing to talk.
Wait, did he mush all of it up and put in his fucking canteen?
Oh god! Oh! I don't want to think about that.
He mushed all of it so he could drink it down.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, but I'm grateful for.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
The poor little doggy. Poor guy. I kept getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look like it, but lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I was talking about scalping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
So
Zippy's my
tricycle.
other
No.
monster.
He was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
No, Zippy's like Gork's older brother. There is no need for people here anyhow.
I really
You
don't
want
want
to see my
to
pocket
know.
monsters?
I really don't want to know what a Grork looks like. I just want to know that they exist.
You can't see them.
Oh
These
fuck!
new bagger machines do a bang up job of keeping the eye on that place. They're invisible unless you wear a cowboy hat and a poncho.
You mean? Oh, thank goodness there's spares back there. You mean
You're
the
not allowed-
security camera system?
I don't take machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in your next steak, you know?
Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
You also just told us this moments ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
Okay.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it, anyway?
Grand larceny. It's like what?
We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
Edit theft. Someone stole a wallet and a phone from a crime scene. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambi.
It was
Anyway.
murder.
That
The
case
only-
is that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
Actually,
Murder,
it's
the only
officially
crime that ever happens here.
Right, once again. Actually, that case isn't dead for another 13 years, Marshall, so hop to it, you lazy bastard.
Well, I I mean, if they officially solve it, then it's fine.
Well,
Because DL6 was unsolved, but this was solved.
oh yeah, I guess you're right. 2 days ago, the day of our case.
That's right. The evidence transferals.
Edris was talking about the transferals too. Got so much dialogue.
I know it may be 2 of the machines when they are due. There's 13.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Maybe. I'm bad at counting. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, they get along like orcs and cats. I like love as much as I like my stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happened, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
What?
Nothing
That's a
happened.
shit system.
Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
Oh, okay. Thus the card reader by the door.
Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through.
Ooh. 77777.
At
Oh,
420!
it's 7
420.
sevens. At 420, holy shit.
Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
The 5842189. Yes.
At 514.
Also, someone else checked in at 514 at the same time. That's nuts.
Huh.
Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. It started with a 7 and maybe ended with a
I
7.
think there was also like a 7 right in the middle. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what the whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept during the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate if it turns out there was mistakes. See?
Wait, so wouldn't that be under your jurisdiction?
Yes.
But so what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
Once again, I know, bingo card lol, but what a fucking hellscape of you only have 2 years to get an appeal. And then that's it. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Alright, well, do we have evidence to prove that the ID card is important? This, I guess, right?
Yeah.
See this? This is the victim's ID card.
The one that was on the ground in the parking lot where I was storing it safely so no defense attorney could pick it up.
True. The number on this is numbers.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
Oh, there it is. Oh, someone... Wait, is this for every check-in and check-out?
I think it's just check
No,
in.
it's just check-in.
Then why is the same number checked in twice?
Because someone went in twice.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know.
Used to be at 514, right before the stabbing.
Adrian's just like, I don't know. Don't ask me.
I don't know. Do not ask me. What's more, there was only one of them cards in the world.
Why is he now like a Mexican
King
dude?
Julian.
King Julian.
Mort
So-
got us in a fucking car wreck.
Mort got us into a fucking car wreck. Now I can't feel my fucking legs.
I cannot move it.
And I cannot
Oh,
move it. God, I love that video so much. It's so good. I sent that to my dad, and my dad at first was like, I wanted to yell at you because it was so vulgar, and then he watched it like 4 more times and couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, I missed that video. It's been so long since I last seen it.
So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? See, we're just resonating right
Great.
now.
Vibing.
If he had his ID card then, why did he have pointed the knife at Officer Meekins?
Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record.
Cool. Like, does it not have anybody's name on it? I got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. So, show it to Marshall.
The sheriff's back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence.
What? They did. They definitely did.
In the Wild
About
West?
the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
I mean, yeah, that tracks.
This is neither wild nor west here.
Excuse you,
we're
we live
in
near
California.
We're way west.
Aha!
Okay, fine.
But that and this are two different things entirely.
I guess so, huh? I'm lost.
Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. I just realized we didn't actually like look at this. Did he?
He lost
wrote
his
the,
ID.
He wrote the number wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he. Oh, right, because he couldn't remember his fucking name. He knew it started with a 5. Alright, that's interesting. Let's check this. Is it just the... Oh, cool. As we figure out who these are, we'll fill them in.
Oh, it's like bingo.
No! Alright. We got some time. You ready to go into the evidence room, finally?
Yay! Finally!
Finally.
What the fuck?
What were you expecting?
I'm not a door with a handcuff attached to it. Or, hey, a metal detector!
Hey!
Oh,
Fishing
and the
pole.
fishing pole! Where
It's
And
the same metal
missile.
detector and
is
fishing pole.
Meteor in here?
Missile.
You mean missile?
Sorry. Meteor.
Meteor.
You hear a
Oh,
bark coming
They
from one of
planted
the
they planted a thing in here that's a fucking homage to a later game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the thing that's below the metal detector.
What
Are
is
you sure
that?
this isn't a callback then? Or that game is referencing
Well,
this
because
one?
this was made after that, right? Because
Yeah.
this is like,
Oh, okay.
because this is a case that was like put
Yeah.
in for later.
If you ever get to game 3, I expect that to show up again.
We'll get to game 3 in 6 years.
Actually, no,
Yeah.
that is in game 3 and game 2, but only in the last cases.
It's quiet.
Where's the ladder, though?
Yeah, the step ladder.
So
No,
this
just the
is
right
the
part.
evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
Why are you saying it weird? Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
You started it.
I want to be a
Oh.
forensic scientist. Oh,
I thought I was getting food. Oh.
No.
sorry. I thought you were a ghost.
Are you an idiot?
So I stabbed him.
So I ghost
Oh,
busted him.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal.
Holy shit! Emma has like a vertical leap of like 16 feet.
8-foot vertical leap.
8-foot vertical leap.
She has an 8-foot vertical leap times 2. She can double jump.
Well, no. Assume that she's like what, like 5'6" plus 8 is. She like would need like a 12-foot leap only, and then arm span too. So like 8 foot might cut it.
Was it true what I heard? Like a Banjo Kazooie character.
Minecraft villager. Huh.
Yeah, it's true.
So Chief of Police can't. Will loan anyone $50, even me?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation.
Huh.
Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
He's like, alright, bye.
First of all, you want to have.
Okay, that's good. Let's take a look at that. That seems important. Oh my god, there's so much evidence.
Love it, he's just kind of lightly giggling in the background.
Oh,
What's funny?
oh, hello.
Oh.
You look like something that I can spray.
That is definitely not blood. That's just paint. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's
Who
not.
the fuck are you talking to? And also, who are you? Oh my god, the pixelation.
I knew it.
We-
This
we-
is someone's
we are the
right
ghost that
hand
re-
print.
We are the ghost in the evidence room.
The ghost.
We had
The
to go to
ghost.
the evidence room? Dude, that's
We
really
live
funny.
here.
What?
What's the matter, detective?
This lock. It's mine.
It's yours?
Please,
You killed him.
you have to help me when they take me away.
Gumshoe!
Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly.
I mean, you are extremely useful, so I would love to do that.
You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can trust the police. Yeah.
Oh.
So is Gumshoe secretly aligned against the Kermits, or at least Gumshoe Alpha?
Secret
Maybe.
rebel.
What? But you're a detective.
Remember cops, remember pals, hey cab.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Alright, well, this is where you died. This must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen
He's
anything like
Vladimir. He W'd.
it. He's just waiting to come back up.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien.
No.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker.
Wait a minute. Did she give him another, like a third pair of glasses?
Evidently.
She just has a bunch of them.
I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Man, Gumshoe, I love you, but you are fucking dense.
Oh, that's not blood,
can
that's
slide,
just
right?
ectoplasm from us, the ghosts.
I can.
Oh, slide. You'll see more, maybe.
Maybe you can slide and find more of our ectoplasm.
Or possibly not. It's okay either way. We got a
We
lot
need
of blood.
When we
Oh.
hello.
Oh!
Hello. Is it
So
ghost number
it's
when
two?
when we eventually play Ace Attorney 2, I think it's Trials and Tribulations is the second one. We
No,
def-
that's Justice for All.
What, the second one?
Huh.
Like
Yes.
JFA.
The
Everyone's
Metallica
Justice.
album?
Okay.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murder to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This might just be something significant.
Hey. That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Don't
Black
worry
market.
about it.
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Oh, you're gonna need a lot more than that,
Where'd you get
dude.
this, Emma?
I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans.
You got some butter with toast for the ghosts, y'all?
Why are you doing this voice?
Oh, hello.
Welcome to our abode, Phoenix. I
guys-
hope you brought gifts.
even so
How
by the way, I'm
stupid,
I'm
bro.
insisting that even if it doesn't fit the character necessarily, we definitely have to do more silly voices for the next game when we eventually come back.
I know.
there
I
we
just thought up of
go.
a good voice for Red
there-
White, but we're like way beyond that now.
There will be great characters coming up, so
Yeah,
it'll
What
be
was
it'll be fine.
what was your voice for Red White?
Justice
It
for all
was
the
like-
model opportunities.
Scrum diddly-umptious.
My
Comes in
favorite
on that
noise
high
to
note.
make.
Go ahead and do it. Stop the
Ooh.
gumshoe, Phoenix. He may have something useful to say.
Well, no,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna like wrap up the stream, so we're not, so
Oh.
we don't end fucking 4 minutes over midnight again.
Okay, goodbye, Phoenix.
We'll see you
We'll be
tomorrow
waiting
night.
here.
We'll be waiting here, Phoenix, for you to come back tomorrow and play this game again.
Oh
10
yeah.
o'clock
I
sharp.
don't like how the ghosts are still able to talk to me when I have exited reality.
We don't know. We're right behind the
Well-
continue button.
Oh,
Still waiting.
We are
If you're always here, Phoenix.
we are omnipotent, but we are omni. I forgot the word. Never mind. We are omniscient, but
You
we have
mean
no
omni-
power
you mean
whatsoever.
omnipresent?
Besides, no,
Vic-
we are omniscient, but we have no power to influence anything.
We are having all sorts of
The only thing we
powers.
can do is talk to you.
Talk to you.
Our only
We
power
can
is to
only talk
communicate
to
with
you.
We have no physical or psychological capability besides talking to you in this voice.
Oh yeah.
This is deine personal hell, Phoenix. You was the one who opened the evidence room.
We've been here for a while, yeah.
You unleashed the ghost when you opened up the seal unwittingly. Gumshoe did the proper ritual to enter, but you did not.
Oh.
So we shall not torment Gumshoe. He's got a lot of stuff going on
He's
in his
also
life
very
already.
nice. We like him.
He's
But
very
it's also
nice
hard
to
to tell
us.
him in between all the other gumshoes.
They're the ghosts of the evidence. room.
Coward.
Was that a funny joke?
We are the ghosts of the cops that were slaughtered in the horrible incident
Oh
15
my
years
God.
ago,
Little
Phoenix.
did you know we're a mixture
You're
of multiple
the
garments
ghosts
too.
of the fucking infinite ghosts of the evidence room are all just the cops who died in Von Karma's fucking like murder plot.
We were sealed here forever, only to watch those horrifying Kermits replace all of us. It was
I
quite
don't
the
know. I
magic.
just really like the evidence room, so I killed myself there.
Oh yeah, well you did, but like Johnny's weird. Don't listen to Johnny.
Hey guys, what are we talking about?
Oh,
We're
and
so
someone
excited.
someone unsealed us from the evidence room, also known as the
Oh,
the
hey
chamber
guys,
of ritual
it's me,
sealing.
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny's
What are
weird.
we talking about?
Let's go somewhere else. I don't like
Oh.
Johnny.
Oh god, we only have to move 5 feet away. I can't hear him. I have to remove 5 feet
Oh,
away.
hey guys,
Hey,
I joined you too. This is fun time.
Oh, he keeps on following us. We need to run faster.
We can't. We're ghosts. This
Oh.
Phoenix. This truly is hell.
Why did you make us, Phoenix? Why did you unleash us?
Why did you do this? We weren't sentient before
Hey,
you
you
opened the
guys-
ritual chamber of sealing.
You guys are my best friends. You know
Oh
that?
no, he's coming after us.
The fuck?
Eh. All right. Well, now I have to place these guys on the tier list.
What the fuck are you gonna use as an image to like showcase them?
The evidence room.
The ghost of the evidence room.
It's just a blank slot.
All right. Well, I hope. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like the ghost of the evidence room.
Yep.
Hey Zach.
Okay.
Owie.
You just like triggered him. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say I did see this in the Yes.
I just realized I accidentally turned off my headset mic for the stream. That's okay. But so yeah, so in this version, if you go over, but you're still the closest overall, instead of the person who was the closest without going over getting 2 points, you guys split the 2 points and get 1 point each. So that's that. So obviously I'll be sending messages in the Discord for this in particular, but just stuff like this. Just seeing if you guys would be interested in something like this. And then I have this, which is wavelength, which is something that no one has to submit anything for or anything like that, but I just wanted to see whether or not these things made sense to you guys and whether or not you'd be interested in doing something like this at a later time.
It's a real fun game.
I mean, I'm not hearing anything, so maybe I'll just ask other people. That's okay.
No, I was just thinking like, I don't know. This. I'm trying to digest how the hell you play Wavelength
Oh,
Oh,
based on this
explain
screen.
real fast, Zach.
okay. So it's pretty easy. The way that it works is that it's a game of like word association, sort of. So in this, like on this screen that I'm showing you right now, I have filled out an example, so that way it's easier to explain. You have a spectrum of one thing to another thing, and that represents the scale of 0 to 100. So in this example, it's small to large, which is 0 to 100, right? When I was making this example, which by the way, this is in PowerPoint, so I can like manipulate the text and stuff. While I was making this example, I generated a random number. I got the number 42, and I was like, okay, so what's something that is about 42% on this scale? And so I came up with breadbox, because a breadbox isn't small, but it's certainly not large. You know what I mean? So you can do like small to large or tall to short or, you know, whatever. But that's how you play the game. And the idea is that the clue that the clue giver gives, their teammates then have to guess what the number that they're trying to guess is. And then depending on how close you get points. And that's the game.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it makes a little bit more sense after you play like a round or two, but it's a very fun game. It's very quick, and so I think that people would really enjoy it. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll
So
see.
So there you go. I just wanted to showcase this. I was thinking about doing it at like a game night thing. But anyway. Alright. I will end the stream there then.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
I have a
Good
new
night.
fucking contender
Good
in the
night.
tier list now, but I'll see you
A
guys
new
later.
contender?
Entrant or whatever.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, like, how the... We didn't even establish the power level of these ghosts. Don't go putting them anywhere too significant. Alright.
I mean, whatever. I'll
Good night.
say it later.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, final good night.
Actual good night.
Actual good night.
Good night.